2.
Welcome, everybody, to the show that never sleeps. What do you think?
Good luck, Ethan.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything at all.
Oh, thank you, Keemstar. Wishes us good luck. Welcome, everybody, to the show that's always awake.
It's just weird.
Okay. The show that posts 3, maybe sometimes 4 times a week and doesn't have a regular schedule.
Accurate.
There we go. Welcome, everybody, to H3 Podcast. I am your host, Ethan Klein. With me is my beautiful wife and co-host, Hila Klein. Today, we've got a heck of an episode. Today, we've got a heck of an episode sponsored by ExpressVPN and Stamps.com. We got a call in from the mayor hopeful, Andrew Yang, to announce his candidacy. We're also getting a call in from Shoenice, who apparently we're not unsure if he was at the MAGA riot because there's a clip of him. Well, I'm just saying, it looks just like him, so we're going to find out from him if he was there or not.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about, there's been all kinds of scandals and stuff. I thought we'd just take them all head on today with the predators of YouTube. The predators of YouTube.
Right.
There's a lot of predators in show business. Stop.
It's actually just a lot of predators, period.
You think so?
Yeah. It's in every
Well,
business.
I guess the problem is in show business particularly is that they have now the ability to get at women. You know what I mean?
I think it's also just that it's coming to light a lot easier nowadays with social media. But
right. My phone went off. Sorry. My mom.
It is definitely in pretty much everywhere.
What's the percentage of men do you think are like predator prone? Oh, Vin Diesel's definitely predator. Vin Diesel's like, one here.
I don't know. It's a sad conversation
10, 20,
to have.
25, 50?
I've seen it a million times myself in my personal life. I've experienced things. So I feel like a lot of men are creeps.
You mean like 50%? More or less than 50?
Yeah, maybe 50.
Holy shit. That means one. Well, we know which one of us is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, my golden rule that I try to tell all these creators and YouTubers and influencers, whoever you are, do not flirt with your freaking fans, man. Listen, if you want to date a fan, if you meet a fan that you like, that's one thing. If you want to just chat and then meet in person and start dating, that I can sanction. I prefer if you didn't, but that I can sanction. But don't be sending dick pics and asking for boob shots in the goddamn DMs. And for Christ's sake, there's so many issues with that. But anyway, we'll get into all that.
Talk to me, baby.
But before, thank you, Vin. There's a lot going on in the world. And I want to just open with this statement that, is as relevant today as it's ever been. Yoko Ono, the great wife of John Lennon, just as genius, I would say, as her late husband, John Lennon, was. Dear friends, I would like to share this message with you as my response to Donald Trump, and tagged him. Love, Yoko. So, with that being said,
Headphones trigger warning.
Let's see what Yoko has to say about all the discord happening in our world today.
Stop! That's an awesome book.
Kind of sounds like a fart there, Dan.
Don't you find it interesting that she inserted this photo of herself screaming like a maniac that like slowly pans out?
Stop!
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Should we note that this was actually put out in 2016?
Yeah.
But it was just retweeted in light of recent events.
As relevant as it was then, it is now. Yoko said it best. Anyway, how are you doing today, Hila?
Fine, I guess. I don't know. The news is so crazy. I can't stop watching. I'm watching it like in every possible way, listening on the news and then listening on like political shows and then
I can't
any
tear
other
myself.
shows that people comment about it. It's just crazy.
You know,
then I'm Twitter all day too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't closed Twitter for a second.
it's like during the election, it was like, oh, I can't stop. I got to get away from this. And so it's like that all again. You know, it's just so crazy. Like now they're saying that 3 members of Congress helped the rioters and showed them around and gave them tours the day before.
Yeah.
There's that one there's actually a QAnon lady in Congress. What's her name?
Well, there's a couple. Which one are you talking about?
The one that tweeted out
Unfortunately,
Nancy
there's more than one.
Pelosi's location when she was removed.
Oh, so that's the Bobert or Bobbert lady
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, dude, how?
is she QAnon?
Yeah, she's
because there's the other Majorie Taylor or whatever. That one, she's big time QAnon. I know for sure.
God, it's just
I'm not
too
sure about
much
the
for
other
me.
one.
Like, I think America might be dead. I think we have become. I was thinking about this like last night. Unironically, I think that we have just become too fucking dumb. We've become too dumb. I don't think there's ever been a time in history where we become so fucking pathetically, irredeemably dumb.
It's like when
Okay.
Nietzsche wrote, God is dead.
Yeah.
America is dead.
I think America is dead. It's like, you know, back in the day, this country was people don't give a fuck.
Big, massive dump.
You know what I mean? But I do think I think it's just done. I think America's just done. It's a dead civilization because you got people. QAnon believers in Congress.
I kind of think that should be a disqualifying point right there.
The people spoke. They fucking elected her.
I do like it.
You know what I mean? It's just, that's what it is. That's who we are. I don't know what to say. It's crazy, dude. We're irredeemably dumb, and it's just so embarrassing.
Do you want to show your TikTok too?
Yeah,
like that's kind of like in the
Let me
same.
show. Actually, this was you guys think I'm partisan? I'm pretty sure this guy's a Democrat.
He is.
Yeah, he was sitting on. I
What a
think so.
dumbbell.
I'm not sure. I don't know who he is. If you guys have any intel, tell me. But I was watching the impeachment proceedings this morning, and I saw this. I saw this live. This fucking idiot. I'll just let it repeat. He takes down his mask and makes a big, wet, juicy sneeze into his hand. Watch this. Bro, don't you understand that's why you're wearing a mask, you dip shit fuck?
What are you doing?
That's literally why you couldn't spray your germs any further and wider and more disgusting than that. Why would you take your mask down to sneeze into your hand? We've been through this. We've been doing this for a year. How the fuck do you not know how this
Just
works?
like, what are you doing?
How do you not know how this works? What are you doing? And he puts it up real quick.
At least he covered his mouth, I guess.
He sneezed right into his hand, and there's nothing more disgusting than that. Like a big, wet, sloppy sneeze. You can see him, even his lip go like, because it was juicy, his lip goes, he has to like suck the saliva back. Look at this. It's so juicy. And then he goes,
Gross. I love the look she gives him.
yeah, she's like, the fuck?
That's totally me in
And-
public.
And by the way, I kept watching. He handed her his phone later, and she took it. And she was looking at something on his phone. So, you know what? I mean, call me ageist. I don't know. I don't want any more old fucking people in Congress.
He doesn't look
either.
that old.
Yeah, well, he's too fucking old.
You know what? I saw someone young do it. Not unrelated to like television, but I saw someone young do it, like our age.
They're stupid. There's just
Like
dumb
in
people everywhere.
pretty close to me.
Really?
He took his mask off to sneeze and then put it back on.
I don't understand that.
don't know because they feel like it's gross, but it's like, excuse
It's not
me.
gross. That's where it belongs. It came out of your mouth. It should stay there.
Wow, sister snapped.
That's something James Charles would do. I don't know how we redeem this society we live in, Neela. But anyway, enough about my bitching and moaning. You know, I'll just play. Just remember what Yoko Ono said when you get discouraged. So you want to talk about the predators of YouTube? So there's two I'm talking about here today. Tony Lopez, and maybe the most controversial, at least in our world, Call Me Carson, which was canceling of epic proportion. But because Tony's still blowing up on Twitter, people watch that shit, and nobody really cares somehow. But Tony Lopez is one of these guys on TikTok that actually just gives me the creeps. He's such a little freak. Let me pull up his TikTok.
TikTok is my home.
Right. Here's a picture of him. The first time I ever saw Tony Lopez, he was dancing in the background of James Charles' video.
Okay.
And I was like, that guy's a weird man. I just knew he was a weirdo.
Well, I think you need to show.
Okay, good idea. Let's pull it up. It was his James Charles. It was the one where he was doing the duet with that guy, and we were like, man, this is like such a wild video.
Oh, when he's singing?
Yeah, where he's singing, and then he's dancing in the background. What was that one called? I'm thin. I got my Gucci shoes. You got your Skechers.
Sister.
My Gucci shoes. James Charles Gucci shoes. Let's see if we can find that. Yeah, here it is.
You're so in tune with the youth.
Yeah, well, what can I say? So here he is on the right. I wish you guys could hear this because it's like the worst thing ever.
So I see he's dancing.
So this is him dancing in the back. And this is the first time I saw him, and I was like, man, this kid ain't right, bro. You know what I mean? It's just, something ain't right. I got my Gucci shoes. Stop! Well, you guys got to hear this. It's the weirdest video I have ever seen in my life, bro. Oh, yeah, and the weird thing is, I'm not going to get claimed for these assholes, but the weird thing is that they're acting like they're outside, but they clearly did the vocals in a studio and dubbed it. And it's like so weird and uncanny. And then they're like fake laughing and shit. You got to watch it. But anyway, this guy's apparently like a straight up a predator, bro.
Sister.
Send me your nudes. I know you're only 13 years old. Let's get crazy. Wow. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's hear James sing. I can't do this. I just sucks that you get claimed. It's so, you guys really need to hear this. You like James's bodysuit?
Mm-mm.
No. What about his little delicate shorts that you can kind of see his ass in? Yeah, they're like delicate shorts. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm not a fan, I guess.
Not a fan. Hila's spoken, James. You just got dunked on by a fashion icon. Anyway, so the story is that Tony Lopez, and, you know, listen, there's no way to know without seeing the evidence if he's guilty or not, but basically all I need to see, you know, I mean, let's be honest, guys. This is his latest TikTok, okay? So what more do you really need to know than this, Hila? The man's guilty.
What is with this TikTok?
The man did it. Just look at it. Just watch this. I like to make love. Bruh, you think that's how he flirts? He sends that? Ay, ay, ay.
What kind of TikTok is that? Seriously.
It's a trend where people flex their ass to a beat. Like that.
Oh, so this is a trend?
Yeah. Stop! It's still nasty, though. What's wrong with you, Tony Lopez? Put your ass away, freak. Here's another one.
Well, that's kind of funny.
You think that's funny?
I don't, but I mean, I can see.
That it's funny?
I can see the attempt at.
Hila, you might be falling victim to the man.
I don't like it.
You don't see him hitting that whip with that?
Whoa!
I've seen other people do it with like the million underwear. So I'm just saying it's not the worst TikTok I've seen.
Okay, that's fair enough. Anyway.
It's not funny. Right.
Everything he does is like weird and sexual, though. It's like slap ass.
That's pretty creepy knowing what we know.
Here, look at this. He did it. Bro, look at him. You tell me he didn't do it?
This guy's tripping.
Bruh, look at those. Dude. Moves like that, you know he fuck a 15-year-old. Let me hear the music. Listen, fuck a 15-year-old girl. Show me your boobs in the DMs, yeah. Oh!
Talk to me, baby.
Bruh. You tell me he didn't do it, Hila? No, let's watch it. Let's do another one. It's fun. I like watching.
People are so popular.
Yeah, the views are crazy, right?
So I don't know. I'm like, who are we to judge? I don't
He's
get
shirtless.
it.
Let's get a load of this. Bro, is he like 2 feet tall? Not to be whatever. I shouldn't make fun of his height, but like.
It's the angle, probably.
You think it's an angle thing?
It takes him a second to get on the stool because he's under 5 feet tall.
What? How did you pull that?
What was that?
Oh my God, Chris Hansen, he's so on point. That was perfect.
That was unbelievable, Zach.
Damn, Chris Hansen's going after people's height. He's a little bitch and he can't get on the stool. His name was Tony Lopez.
What?
That was the best soundbite
You pulled that
ever.
one out of the depths, man. That was great.
Yeah, so that's that one. I'm kidding. I don't know. Oh, he's 5'9". He's not that short.
That's not short.
Play that. What does Chris Hansen think about his
Such a
height?
hater.
Yeah, I'm a hater-ass bitch. What can I say?
It takes him a second to get on the stool because he's under 5 feet tall.
We got you, Tony.
That's so weirdly
that's the
specific.
best
How'd you find
soundbite.
that?
It's the best soundbite ever.
I've had that in the arsenal forever.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So good.
Nice.
So that's that one. Okay, whatever. I don't know the truth or whatever, but I'm sure the judge has all the evidence that they need.
I hope they do. And I hope they get justice.
Well, if they brought this case without any of the texts and stuff that they claim to have, then they're fucking idiots and the case should be thrown out, you know?
Right.
But that's that one. The next one. This one is... There's no whatever if she said. This one, we know what happened, okay? Because Call Me Carson admits to it. Now, Call Me Carson, he was like a huge rising star, beloved by all. And this is one of these rare cases on YouTube where the 180 is insane. It's like, beloved, Call Me Carson. We love Call Me Carson. You know what he looks like?
No.
I'll show you a pic. He's kind of like, here, I'll just show you. You may
I've become
recognize him.
so out of touch.
He has like this goofy yearbook photo that he's always making fun of.
I have seen that.
Yeah. He's always kind of making fun of the way he looks.
Yeah.
Anyway, they love Call Me Carson. He is so funny, and we love him. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff he does. So Carson King has been accused of grooming and inappropriate texting with fans. And we know this because people from his former group of collaborators, the Lunch Club, which I guess is a group of people he used to make videos with, took this story to Keemstar, the most respectable and reputable place to report sensitive stories like this. So anyway, a Twitter user alleged that he, who is now 21 years old, groomed her when she was 17 and he was 19. She posted screenshots and videos that appear to show messages between herself and King, some of sexual nature. She said the messages began when she jokingly tweeted, "Be my boyfriend" at King, who she says then messaged her privately. He's like, okay. You know, I was watching someone stream, I forget who, and I saw all of these thirsty messages like that. And it's like, guys, you can't do it. You can't do it. I saw, it was all like, "Daddy, message me, be my boyfriend." And it's like, bro, you can't do it you can't do that shit. So so this girl posted on Twitter saying that she was groomed. Well, I'll just read it. "I could personally come out and say that I've been groomed by Carson. I have talked to many people and never came out about this since now. At the time, I was still 17 and in high school. And apparently at the time this happened, he was 19. Right? Yes. So actually, here's some of the messages, which I'll read for you. "I'm scared. I want to talk to you for the wrong reasons. Elaborate." Should I do like, elaborate?
No, don't do that.
Oh, okay. "What if I only want to talk to you for the sexual part of it? I don't want that, but like I'm worried about it. What if subconsciously I'm only talking to you because it turns me on or something? Bro, why you even... Jeez, man. Weird. Is that really what you want? What other options are there? Also, what would you want to happen? I don't know. All I know is every time I jack off now, I have a really hard time not thinking of you. He's a romantic. Was this Valentine's Day or what? God, dude. What the fuck? I guess my brain got stimulated and now wants more of you, you know? Sorry, I was in school, but yeah. Yeah, people were goofing on that because like, I was in school.
I read that and I was like, oh, God.
Like, bruh.
He's like, every time I jack off, I think about you. And I want more. And she's like, sorry, was at school. What'd you say?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a red flag there. He said, what if we read on Snap and next time you're horny, we have some fun again? Oh, God, it's so fucking cringy and gross. Ugh. I just don't want to be the only thing we do, you know? So she's kind of pushing back a little bit. Yeah, but fuck, Sam, you're hard to resist. So are you. I feel like this is all my fault, damn. If anything, it's my fault because I can't control myself. Fucking hell. I want to, but it's a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared getting your hopes up or something. I'm willing to try, but it's such a bad idea. But so is sexting you. Fuck. And he also asked her, when do you turn 18? Which, you know, kind of shows that he knows what he's doing.
So, yeah, it's definitely a weird, creepy conversation.
Ugh, it's like... So anyway, here's an important thing to say is that she feels like she was, you know, mistreated by him. She was groomed by him, so that's important. Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like going to the bathroom and not closing the door. Internet providers like Comcast or Verizon know every single website you visit, and ISPs can sell this information to ad companies and tech giants who then use your data to target you. Fuck that! Nobody's targeting me. ExpressVPN creates a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet, so your online activity can't be seen by anyone. It's as easy as closing the bathroom door. You know, my dad once did this thing. He, I don't know why. He's just like this dad shit where like wherever he pees, he leaves the door open. And he comes to our house and he pees with the door open. Isn't that insane? That's like, it's insane, right? Like Hila's there. I'm like, I don't think he does it on purpose. He just doesn't think. I'm like, Dad, close the fucking door, man. It's as easy as turning ExpressVPN on. VPN on. Fire up the app with just one click of a button. Rated #1 by CNET, Wired, and The Verge. It works on phones, laptops, even routers. So everyone who shares your Wi-Fi can be protected. I love ExpressVPN. It's a game changer for me because, for example, I like to watch Netflix in Canada. In Japan. They've got, you know, all this badass shit. There's nothing worse than getting rejected from a streaming service that says, sorry, we don't serve people in your region. Like, okay. Well, all of a sudden, I'm on ExpressVPN and I'm in Canada, so who you serve now, bitch? That's why I love ExpressVPN. Secure your online activity by visiting expressvpn.com/H3 today. That's expressvpn.com/H3. And you can get an extra 3 months for free. One more time, that's expressvpn.com/H3. One thing we've learned in 2020, the internet is even more awesome than we thought. Groceries, online. Movies, online. Doctor visits, you guessed it, online. But of course, going to the post office online with Stamps.com is something we all need to be thinking about doing as well. Stamps.com allows businesses to do all their mailing and shipping right from their computer. No need to leave their home anymore, or office, or home office. Stamps.com has saved small businesses all over the country, thousands of hours and tons of money. And now you can too with Stamps.com. With Stamps.com, you get the service of the post office and UPS right on your computer. Plus, you get big discounts on mailing and shipping rates. Stamps.com brings the service of the U.S. Postal Office and UPS right to your computer wherever you are. Stamps.com is a must-have for any business, whether you're a small office sending out invoices, or an online seller shipping out orders, or even a giant warehouse sending thousands of packages a day. Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you damn well want. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It's that simple. With Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off priority mail. And up to 62% off with UPS shipping rates. Not to mention, it's a fraction of the cost of expensive postage meters. I still don't know what that means. But I'm assuming whoever knows what it means knows what it means. You know what I mean? What is a postage meter? Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. It's no wonder over 900,000 small businesses already use Stamps.com. So, make 2021 the year you stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with my promo code H3, you get a special offer that includes 9-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale. There's no long-term commitment or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in H3. That's Stamps.com, promo code H3. Stamps.com, never go to the post office again. Mm-hmm. But the other thing is, like, it's just this power dynamic, bro. You can do this with your fans because you're not a normal person, right? Like, it's just fucked up to do this. Also, when do you turn 18? If you find yourself asking a girl, when do you turn 18, you're fucked up.
Yeah. Or if you just told her
quick.
that you can't wait to jack off and think about her, and she's like, sorry, I'm at school.
Yeah. I can't wait to jack off. I read it as like furious. He goes, by the way, girls, on Valentine's Day, take a page out of Carson's book. All I know is every time I jerk off, now I have a really hard time not thinking about you.
Stop!
I'm gonna send you a card that says that. I think about you when I jerk off.
Lovely.
I feel like it's an angry.
But you know what? Like, when I think the moments that give me that grooming feeling is like when he makes himself the victim. He's like, oh, fuck,
right.
I don't want to do this, but I can't help myself. And then
Right,
she's
that's a
like,
good
oh,
point.
I'm sorry, and I feel like it's my fault.
That's a really good point.
That's grooming.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's when,
He's
like,
making her feel
in
bad.
her feelings, yeah, she's feeling bad for him. It's like, no.
That is a really good point.
And
It
you
is
only
manipulative.
understand that when you're a little bit older, you look back at it and you're like, oh, what was he doing? What was he doing to me?
I totally think you're onto something there. That's a really good insight. So that was this one girl. There was apparently another girl that this happened with. Let's see. The allegations have been discussed in a video by Keemstar, who interviewed 2 of his former lunch club collaborators.
I can't get over that. I'm sorry. Like,
So
as much as the story is horrifying on him being creepy, the story of his friends going
and
to
a Keemstar of all people. Now, one of his friends who didn't go on Keemstar said, when I heard that something happened, I just reported it to the authorities. I was like, good on you. The fact that you went to Keemstar with this says a lot about you. I mean, who are these people?
Why Keemstar? That just means you want the guy to end up killing himself.
Ethan.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not trying to help anyone by going to Keemstar.
Yeah, and of course, because then Keemstar makes like 20 videos. Keemstar's calling him a pedophile, which of course, like, let's be honest, he's not a pedophile.
I'm sorry, Keemstar is not a news
I don't know if Keemstar
outlet.
called him a pedophile. I'll walk that back. But people are calling him a pedophile. And that's just like grooming and manipulative and flirting with and sexting with fans, all very serious.
Seen also people talk about the power dynamic, and there's a lot of debate around that. I agree. Like, if you're a YouTuber and you have fans that look up to you and they'll do anything for you, and then you go to those underage fans and start soliciting nudes, no matter how old you are, where it's when you're listening to the news, it's a crime. I think that's a fucked up situation.
Thank you, Keemstar. Spitting facts.
When he's right,
Why
he's
is
right.
Keemstar making sense?
Yeah, when he's right, he's right.
You know that meme where it's like the worst person you know has made a good point? Yeah.
Now the question is, did Keemstar defend Pro Jared when
that is exactly what I was thinking. This makes me think about the Pro Jared thing where everyone's like, Pro Jared is innocent, even though he had a forum called Sin Jared where he exchanged nudes with fans. I mean, wrap your brain around how sick that is.
Situation is so
that
much
makes
worse than
Call
this.
Me Carson look like
tame in comparison.
Dude,
Amateur.
Pro Jared is the R. Kelly of fan sexting. He's prolific. Or maybe the Bill Cosby, I don't know what you want to say. The Kobe Bryant, the Michael Jordan. They're just really good at it.
Why are we dragging people into this?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Kobe. I'm just saying they excelled at their sport. Kobe. He was the Kobe Bryant of sexting fans.
That doesn't sound good.
Why? I think it makes sense. You guys on board with that?
Stop.
To some of his close friends, explaining like, hey, this needs to come out. Like, people need to know about
Close
this.
friends.
And they want to come out, but they were worried about how to come out and how to say it.
So they came to me. Drama alert. Anyway. So, yada, yada, yada.
Bottom line is that it sounds like the age gap was not big.
2 years.
Which does kind of put the situation in a little bit of a different light, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But the behavior is one of creepy nature and predatory, I think.
Definitely predatory. The problem is that, like, even though they're only 2 years apart, it's still very young women. 17 years old these women not making the best choices at that age.
Yeah.
But then again, at 19, you're not either. But the problem is that he has that authority. And as Keemstar aptly put, you cannot be soliciting nudes when you are in that spot where people are looking up to you. So definitely shame on Carson. Creepy, disgusting behavior by him.
I really just...
And I will say, I'm going to come out and say, disgusting, weird, fucked up behavior by his friends to go take this to Keemstar. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, we need to get this out. We need to make sure he's not doing this.
You need to get it out, make it wait.
No, they're like, we need to ruin his life.
Yeah.
We want him to die, basically, is what happens when they go to Keemstar. You know? Traves, one of the guys who went to Keemstar said...
I think it's Travis.
Oh, is that how you spell Travis? Why is it Traves? I've never seen Travis spelled like that. Traves. The motherfucking Traves.
Can someone just
I knew
check?
that felt weird.
Why don't you say earlier? Like Ethan's been saying it the whole episode.
Good point. Anybody want to answer that?
I thought it was Traves. I mean, it's spelled like
Maybe it
Traves.
is Traves.
It says
Maybe it
Traves. Why do you think it's Travis?
Ian, you want to answer that?
I don't know. That just sounds off.
I agree. I think his name is actually Traves. Can we get a ruling on this?
I mean, if your name is Travis,
the article's
don't
Traves.
don't
Well,
spell
check
it Traves.
the drama alert. They probably announces that.
Somebody look into that as I continue.
Okay.
Look at us again, looking for Keemstar for...
Traves.
For authority.
Traves said, I feel like the situation was kind of like he told us all this crazy thing and we didn't want to make a rash judgment. Oh, so you waited a year and then went to Keemstar, dumbass? So we didn't want to make a rash judgment. So we kind of waited it out and we were trying to think of the best solution to do. I understand waiting, but your best solution was going to Keemstar, bro? I don't buy that. We pushed it away and we kept pushing it away because we didn't want to deal with it. Noah also told Keemstar that Carson's behavior is what caused the lunch club to break up. Okay. Hours after Keemstar video went live, former lunch club member Slimesicle said in a statement on Twitter in early 20...
Slamsicle. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop. Slimesicle. I actually said a name right. Can you give me a fucking break? An early 2020 phone call, Carson told all the lunch members and our group manager that he had exchanged nudes with an unnamed girl he believed to be 17. Because I suspected a crime had been committed, I immediately reported this information to federal law enforcement, cut all ties to Carson, and withdrew completely from the lunch club. There is a responsible man.
Yeah.
Slimesicle.
Yep.
Shout out to Slimesicle, showing him how it's done. Yeah, our boy Slimesicle's got a head on his
Update:
shoulder.
Traves' real name is Travis, so there might be something
Nickname.
to that. But he goes by. I mean, it's spelled Traves. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah.
Ian.
His
you
name
really
is Travis.
You really
I
brought
thought-
this show to a halt, bro, with your old Travis bullshit.
His real name is Travis. So, yeah,
But I think that must be his nickname. How does Keemstar say it in the interview?
There you
I'm listening to the interview now.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. When you hear it,
Does he have a channel of his own?
Mr. Romeo
What
and
is he?
Julia is going to tell us how to pronounce this.
Romeo and Julia. I haven't read Romeo and Julia. That's like the name of the porn version. Romeo and Julia.
All Jews.
Okay. C Scoop also posted a statement on Twitter later on Tuesday and said, "I said my piece about the Carson situation yesterday under the pretense that it would be used in Keem's video, but it wasn't. I didn't feel well enough mentally at the time to be interviewed." Well, you don't have to be under any pressure to fucking be on Keemstar's show, that's for sure.
I have an update.
What?
Keemstar said Travis.
Travis it is.
Yeah, but Keem's... I guess we owe you an apology. Trey.
Look at him gloating there. Look at that smile.
No, I'm sorry for halting things.
I mean, you really fucked the show up, dude. I forget what we're even talking about.
Well, there's no winning, Ian, because if you are right, you should have said it earlier.
What do you say to that?
Also, Keem said Romeo and Julie, so... Or
Julia.
Right, that's what I was
do we
saying.
even
Is he's not
actually
necessarily
take
an
Kim's
authority.
word?
Can you keep searching, AB, for different source for Travis?
Regardless of if it's Travis or not, you spell your name Traves, dude. You can't be upset that people say Traves. That's what.
Yeah, that's not how Travis is spelled.
Yeah,
It's
come
literally... Well, how is his name spelled? If you go to like Wikipedia or his page, like how is it? Is his name spelled differently?
His real name is Travis.
Which is spelled how?
Like you would spell Travis.
So it's spelled differently.
Yeah, with an I.
So his nickname is Traves, I'm understanding.
Yeah, and if it's still
I
supposed
thought we
to
were
be
talking about
pronounced
Call Me
Travis,
Carson.
I thought so too. I don't know. We're lost.
Who's watching?
Does that guy have a YouTube channel?
Yes, he does. I don't know what it is,
so
though.
how
But
does he present himself?
His name is...
If this is his channel, he presents it as Traves, or Traves. That's the name of the channel.
Traves. But did you hear him say it?
Are you just going off the spelling or how he
What's the
says
name of the
it?
channel, AB?
The name of the travel is Traves.
Just
That's it?
Traves?
Just Traves?
Traves, yes.
I'm waiting. I'm trying to find a video of him.
Okay, Ela's pulling up Traves. Okay, here. It says Traves, but so that's the point. What's his real name? How's his real name spelled? He's not spelling it.
His real name is spelled Travis, as you would normally spell Travis.
So
that's his real
it's
name.
Traves. It's Traves.
That's what I agree.
It has to be Traves.
Regardless of how he pronounces it, his name is Traves. I'm
Okay,
declaring
move
that
on.
right now.
Ela,
I think
you
it's
satisfied?
Traves.
No.
Oh, Traves. I like that.
Actually, no, I just made that up. I don't know.
Okay. From Wikitubia, it says Travis, better known online as Traves.
You're still just going off text. The point is the
No,
pronunciation.
no.
That doesn't
He's
clear
right.
anything up.
He's right. Why? What? How else are you supposed to read that? It says his name is Travis.
Well, I
he goes
agree.
as Traves.
I agree that the spelling clearly says Traves. But,
Yeah, and so Ian
we
threw
all
a wrench
agree
on
on
the whole
the
fucking thing. Ian,
Also, the fact that Keemstar can't read properly only validates our point that it's Traves,
right,
and not Travis.
but technically, Keemstar's right. His name is Travis, right?
Technically.
So, anyway,
This is a bigger scandal than the.
I'm going on Drama Alert to expose this motherfucker. So anyway, this guy Traves.
I got it.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I found a video that starts off and it goes, "Hi, my name is Travis."
Oh, great.
That's it. So, so what does it mean?
Why did he change the spelling then?
What does it mean when he says his name is Travis and he goes as Travis? That doesn't make any sense.
My name's Travis and I'm
His name is Travis, but it says at Traves. This doesn't solve anything. His name is Travis.
It's like the cool way of spelling it. It's like
just
separate. Travis.
It's not. It doesn't make any sense to go on his page and say, "My name is Travis. I go as Travis." That doesn't make sense.
What?
It's on the page.
That's not what he said.
It said he goes by Traves. His name is Travis. He goes by Traves.
Wait, play it again.
No, not on this. On the fucking WikiTube page.
Yeah, His real name is.
Give me give me that link, AB. Give me the fucking link.
This makes no sense.
Wait, I'll show you.
It's Travis.
It's Traves.
No.
It is Traves.
He just said Travis.
Wait. No, but he said that's his name. His name is Travis.
My name's Travis,
but it
I'm
says
19
Traves.
and I'm Lunch.
Here, look. Fandom, Wiki, Lunch Club. It says. What did you link
The
me?
first line of it says Travis, known as, and then spelled the weird way, Traves.
That
It just
doesn't
says
mean
Traves.
anything,
What the
though.
fuck is
I know.
It's just the spelling.
It could just
Here,
be the spelling.
Travis. Look, Ela, right here. Let me put it on the screen. This is so stupid. We should just cut this.
No, this is the best part.
Travis.
Of the show so far.
People are gonna love this.
Travis, right? Better known online as Traves. So why the fuck would they say better known as
Just
Traves? if
by
it said
the
Travis?
spelling, because you may see
So
it spelled
think how
like
dumb
that.
this sounds. Travis, better known as Travis. That doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
No.
That was my point.
Because you'll see him spelled like that. So better known as
Right.
this is what it's going to
Why
look
would he
like.
misspell his own name?
Maybe he wanted to.
Maybe the
it's
handle
for,
wasn't available.
Yeah, exactly. Or SEO. It's
You got to find
easier to-
him saying his channel name. That's the only solution.
He said Travis.
But he said my name is Travis, not my channel name is Traves.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, I'm back.
Like
My name's
Ethan.
Travis, and I'm
Because he's
19.
doing like a biographical thing. Like, hi, my name's Ethan. I would introduce myself and say, hi, I'm H3 Production. I would say, hi, I'm Ethan.
Right. That's true.
Okay.
My name's Travis,
So
and
let
I'm
me put this on the screen so you guys can see. Hey, my name's Travis, and one of my friends did a sex crime, so I went to Keemstar.
My name's Travis, and I'm 19 and I'm Lunch.
Hey, my name's Travis, and every time I witness a crime, I take it directly to Keemstar. Alright, I'm not watching this shit. But someone needs to get to the bottom of this stat. Traves. Traves. That seems like an appropriate nickname. Okay, I'm over this. I want to cut it. You guys think it should stay?
It absolutely should say.
So stupid.
Best part.
I'm over it. So over it.
Traves.
Traves.
If anyone can
Travster.
actually get a conclusive answer,
It's
Oh,
just
you know his fans are going to be in the comments
well,
screaming about
if
this.
AB figures it out, let me know. I'm going to keep reading. So, Traves said he wanted to listen. I'm saying Traves until I hear otherwise.
I'm actually with you. Fuck Travis.
say
It's
Travis. I'm
No,
over
it's
it.
Traves.
Fuck
If he wanted
that.
to be called Travis, he should have just spelled it Travis.
If Travis want the respect of the
If
he
you
shouldn't have
were-
gone to Keemstar.
If you were reporting on yourself, for example, you would just say Ethan, right? So just say Travis.
It says Traves. Traves said.
Travis.
This guy doesn't
the
deserve the
guy.
respect of the Travis. He said, I don't want to make a rash judgment, so I thought about it for a year and then decided the best thing to do was go to Keemstar with it.
That just tells you that there's a problem with our society because
The problem is our society.
because him, 19-year-old, got this information that his friend is doing something wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't even know what to do with it. And the best solution in his mind is to go to someone like Keemstar.
So you're saying I shouldn't be so harsh on him? It's
Yeah.
Society's
that's at
fault. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, I forgive you, Traves.
Travis.
Travis. I forgive you, Travis.
You should start going by
You should have known better. I feel like he should have known better, but okay. He didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? He didn't do the thing. He's fine. They're fine. So anyway, hours after blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Hours after Keemstar video went live, this other guy said he went to the authorities. Creamsicle or fucking Goosicle. What's his name? So stupid. This is so off the fucking rails. Where am I? Creamsicle.
Kind of feel like
Slimesicle. That was his name, right? Yeah, Slimesicle.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you saying, Ela?
I don't know. I kind of have this feeling like anytime there's like a creator group, there's always something gonna go wrong with that group.
Don't join a creator group ever.
Yeah.
I guess the vlog squad is relatively.
Well, Trisha had a bunch of drama with them, right? Didn't Trisha have a bunch of drama with them?
Yeah, but no crimes, let's say.
Okay.
Except maybe the puzzle. That may have been a crime.
No, we figured
Oh
out
my
he
God.
had a proper legal loophole to get away.
Okay,
with
can
that.
I stick to the fucking story? We're trying to. We have a narrative here, right? We're talking about Carson. Okay, another allegation came out. Twitter user Copycat put out a statement saying that she was. What the fuck, Dan? It's what it says. Copycat.
Copycat.
Well, it's spelled weird. It's spelled Copiicatt.
Fuck all these creators with these weird ass names.
You expect me just to be able to read that? Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Put out I'm saying fuck you, Copycat. That's such a weird ass name. Thank you, Joe. She put out a statement saying that she was exchanging. This is serious, you guys. Can we please? She put out a message saying that she was 17 and he was 20. Little wider age gap. According to Keemstar.
Also, you know what worries me here? That he aged a year and went back to a 17-year-old.
Yeah, that is worrisome. It's like
It's Dazed
like,
and Confused.
Yeah, exactly. It's like McConaughey said, I love high school girls. I keep getting older and they stay the same age.
Right.
That's kind of Call Me Carson doing that right now. So this was her. She said a second accuser's come forward. # drama alert, of course. Good guy Keem, whatever. May through June 9th, 2019 started when he shared my grad photo on Insta. He shared my grad photo on Insta? I was 17 at the time of these exchanges and he was 20. There's more, but the IG account I had was deleted. So here, let me read. Oh, sorry. Let me put this on the screen. Here, let me see. This is really small. Hey, you there? I want to drop the sexual stuff entirely. Stop, bro. Oh my God. This is the same thing he did with the other girl. It's been making me feel sick thinking about it. I feel wrong for having done it, and I feel like I've led you on. I enjoy talking to you and all, but it's just too much, and I feel really guilty, so I'm sorry. I've also realized that I have a crush on my friend Sarah. Oh God. It's like he's dumping her. It's not like I feel bad. Why are you telling her this? I have a crush on my friend Sarah, and I don't want to lead you on in any way. Tomorrow, I'm starting my trip to California, and I think I just need to move on now. So it's not like I feel bad for getting nudes from an underage girl. It's I'm dumping you. And then, again, like you said, Hila, he goes on to make himself the victim. I'm very stressed, and talking to you has been adding extra stress, and I'm very scared, and I feel bad about wanting to unadd you. It's just a lot right now, and I'm not sure talking to you is a good decision. By the way, I'm reading really slow because it's so small. Are you impressed that I can even read that?
I have no idea how you can read that.
I have supervision. Thank you. Round of applause.
So
Good luck, Ethan.
Yeah.
Thank
If you ask me, and I'm not an expert, but if you ask me what grooming is, that's what I see.
So yeah,
That like
for sure.
making yourself the victim, and it's like a mind manipulation because you make them feel bad for you.
Right. And he got what he wanted from her, and then he like makes her feel bad for him. It's like, I'm gonna block you now. I'm gonna add you now.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And also, I got this other girl.
Yeah, it's weird, bro.
Well, we did establish that he's a romantic.
Yeah, he is romantic. I have to assume that he's done this to many girls. This is kind of a pattern. He has defenders. Some of King's defenders have argued that the interaction between King and both accusers are legal under the Romeo and Juliet law, which typically allows... Well, apparently it doesn't apply to people over 18, but whatever. It's not really in debate. Whether it's legal or not, that isn't really what's at issue. I guess it is for Keemstar, but... I mean, you can't sext underage girls.
I think the exchanging of the pictures.
Yeah,
is that's the
that
line
ain't.
that got crossed.
Yeah.
So that part of like exchanging nudes, that's alleged. How?
Well, I think it's the girls say that they sexed, and the guy says that The guys who told Keemstar said that he admitted that exchanging nudes with them.
Yeah.
So that's all weird, right? And that all makes him seem super creepy and gross and stuff. But this, to me, is the weirdest part of the story that gives me the creeps way more than any one of those. Now, you guys tell me what you think about this. Now, Carson has a Steam account. And people started discovering something really odd about his Steam account. Okay? And after people discovered this, he started trying to hide his Steam account and changing his name and all this stuff. But so there's this game that was removed from the Steam store called Pregnancy, which is about a girl who you play as a girl. It's such a weird fucking game. You play as a girl who was raped when she's 14 years old and you have to choose the outcome of your pregnancy. It was a super weird, messed up game that was removed from Steam because it's just fucked up. Yeah. But here's the kicker. The game apparently only takes 40 minutes to finish. Carson played it for 107 hours. I saw, I'm not even going to show it, but I saw people playing it on YouTube, and it's, really graphic, gross recounting of, rape and stuff.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker played this game for 107 hours, y'all.
That's a lot, right? I'm not a gamer, but
for a game that
sounds like a lot of hours.
Well, I'll put it to you this way.
You play it over 100 times?
Let me put it to you this way. Skyrim is probably the game I played clocked the most hours on, in my adult life. I think I put 50 hours into that.
Huh. Yeah, that's bizarre.
That's weird, right, you guys?
Yeah, I mean, the game takes 40 minutes to finish, is what it says, and you play for 107 hours. How many times are you replaying this game over and over and over and over again?
Bruh.
Yeah, pretty weird.
Yeah.
That to me creeped me out way more than anything else. And so once people started figuring this out, he was trying to hide his thing and change his Steam and close his Steam and all this and yada yada yada. But anyway.
He had that public.
What a weird game.
Yeah, what the?
Yeah, I mean, there's Steam always has really weird shit like that come through.
Uh-huh.
You know, I've heard of other games like that Steam ends up removing, but damn, dude, 107 fucking hours. People say he could have left it open, or he could have done this, but he played that shit.
You can see how many achievements you have in a game. I wonder if anybody was able to dig up if he 100%ed it.
So what do you think of all this? Tony Lopez and Call Me Carson.
I'm pretty over it. I wish that people would be more responsible.
Just stop. Even if you are a creep and whatever, just at least have some inclination of self-preservation and don't flirt with fans like that. Don't sex with fans like that. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. It's just a dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
It's just irresponsible.
You're famous. Go get a date, man. It's easy to date when you're famous and rich and whatever. You don't have to sex with minors, bro. Go get a fucking date, you dipshit. You know what I mean? Damn. The moral of the story is really the same moral I've been saying to everybody. It's Chris D'Elia. Who else is this? Been happening to all kinds.
Pro Jared.
Oh, the one thing I wanted to say is I think Call Me Carson was creepy, grooming for sure, sexting with minors and fans for sure, disgusting behavior. But for some reason, everybody let Pro Jared off the hook. And Pro Jared's behavior is more disgusting than Carson's. The guy made a private Tumblr called Sin Jared, specifically for fans to come exchange nudes with him. I mean, that is next level disgusting. And everybody forgive Pro Jared. And I'd never understood that. I never understood that. To me, what Pro Jared did is disgusting as anything I've ever heard. Well, it's not as anything I've ever heard, but in terms of what's come out of YouTube, compared to Call Me Carson and all this other stuff, and it's you have a forum dude, Sin Jared. I mean, what the fuck? That name alone. Yo, hit me up on Sin Jared, bruh.
where he did do this stuff with underage people. Although
his nudes were all over Twitter when the
Yeah,
story
man,
broke.
I've seen his dick like many times. Dude.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, guys, I don't understand the whole forgiving Sin Jared. He should be called Sin Jared now. So nasty. God.
Yeah, people got very upset at us for that one. Even well, I assume
I stand by
because
because I never criticized Sin Jared for. Like, I know there was some story that ended up being not true about him. I don't remember what it was, but I never really latched onto that because there was very little evidence to support it. The Sin Jared shit is what creeped me out, and that's all I ever talked about. And I stand by the fact that dude ain't right. And by the way, he's like older too. How old is Sin Jared? He's in his 30s. He has to be.
Yeah, I want to say he's around our age.
That shit is buck wild, dude.
35.
That motherfucker is 35 running around Sin Jared. Making gaming content, dude.
Yeah, I found it super weird that...
Click his logo. I want to see his face. He grew some facial hair. Bruh. He looks better with facial hair, actually.
I did find it super weird that people just let him off the hook on that. I don't know.
Because all these shit tier commentary channels were like, he raped a girl. They were like, they latched onto this ridiculous drama story that ended up not being true. That was never really the story, the real story. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're right. And then it all kind of got conflated.
Fuck Sin Jared. Creepy ass. Sin Jared's a creepy motherfucker. Anyway, whatever. Nobody cares. Ethan, get a fucking life. Stop gossiping. No, this is my show and I'll do what I want. If you don't like it, well, I hope that you're patient and wait because I don't want you to not watch something else. It's very important to me that you guys keep watching. Right, Hila?
Right.
And I apologize, actually. All right, let's move it on. You know, we've got Andrew Yang calling in a little bit later and Shoenice to answer for. Apparently, he was writing in the Capitol, so we're going to get to the bottom of that. But before that, I thought I would commemorate Trump's Twitter being banned with some of his greatest tweets of all time. This is not political. I promise you. This is just good, light-hearted fun. These tweets go all the way back to the beginning of his Twitter account before many people were even, following. A lot of these only have like a couple hundred likes. And his tweets, I'm telling you, man, these things are slam dunks. This guy really was the god of Twitter. I mean, for example, here, this one goes back to 2014. Only had 300 likes. Rosie is back on The View, which tells you how desperate they must be. It is the standard short-term fix and long-term disaster. Gossiping about The View. 300 likes. Awesome.
It's really the next part that brings it home.
Rosie is crude, rude, obnoxious, and dumb. Other than that, I like her very much. I mean, that's fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? I love that he's just on a rampage about Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh,
this guy has nothing better to do.
I never understood how Melania's thing was to end bullying.
Oh my God!
When she's
so
married
wrong.
to one,
Be best, bruh.
I just don't understand. How is it possible?
I don't think they thought it through very much. Every first lady apparently needs some cause, and hers was like, "I'm bullying." I don't think she ever even did anything about it. Be best, bruh.
Well, everyone was saying Trump's account being suspended was
she finally
the best
succeeded.
accomplishment.
Yeah. More Rosie. He is really obsessed with her. I feel sorry for Rosie's new partner in love, whose parents are devastated at the thought of their daughter being with Rosie, a true loser. Oh my God. This is vicious. He tagged her too.
Yeah.
If I read this at the time, I was like, this guy is off his fucking rocker. He's atting Rosie. Why does he hate Rosie so much?
They had a feud for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he hates her.
Man, that's awesome. 1,000 likes. This guy became president. It's awesome. It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. I mean, yeah, I've heard a lot of people say stuff like that. I am a handwriting analyst. No, you're not. 26 likes. This is from January. This is from 2013. Fucking 20. I am a handwriting analyst. Jack Lou's handwriting shows, while strange, that he is very secretive, not necessarily. What the fuck is he talking about?
I had to look it up. Jack Lew was the Treasury Secretary for Obama for a couple years, and so his signature was on the money. You know, the Treasury Secretary's.
So he's giving a little commentary as a handwriting analyst.
As everybody knows, he's a handwriting analyst.
I mean, have you seen Trump's signature? You want to talk
It's kind of
about?
bomb. I like it.
Really?
I mean, it's a little out there, but I like it. Here, I'll show.
What? Looks like a psycho to me.
Well, it might be true. Here.
That.
I like it.
You like that?
Kind of. You see my signature?
Yeah.
That's a little crazy. It looks like a...
This is like one ugly signature, first of all, and second of all, I get like...
I like it. I like it.
Awful vibes from it.
It looks like a heart rhythm, like, machine.
Heart rhythm of a serial killer.
It could be. Well, he's a handwriting analyst, so who are you? All right. This one's from 2013. Actually had a lot of likes. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. Amazing.
I think a lot of the older ones that have a lot of likes got a lot of likes because they got retweeted in modern time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
At Ariana Huff is unattractive both inside and out. I fully understand why her former husband left her for a man. He made a good decision.
God.
That is just so fucked up. And he ats her too, so she can see it.
Yeah.
Like, that is so insanely vicious.
Yeah.
Dude, he is straight up, has the mentality of like a playground bully.
Yeah.
He never grew out of that. Barney Frank looked disgusting, nipples protruding in his blue shirt before Congress. Very, very disrespectful. What do you want him to do, Donald? You want him to wear like nipple covers or something?
You should maybe look up the picture though, because it is a really funny picture.
Okay, so maybe he's onto something. Barney Frank nipples.
Yeah, if you just do nipple,
blue
it'll
shirt.
come up.
Really? This is an infamous photo, huh? Oh, what the fuck is this?
No, that's photoshopped, I think.
No.
That's not photoshopped.
No.
That is kind of disrespectful to show up in front of Congress with that. He's not very dressed up, is he?
It's very bizarre. He's just wearing a
pretty
t-shirt
weird.
and he has the coat just kind of hanging like a cape.
Yeah.
That's not an
pretty weird
appropriate
outfit.
shirt to wear on Congress floor.
Well, Trump called him out.
Kidding me?
I'm going to agree with Trump on this one. Barney Frank looked disgusting, nipples protruding in his blue shirt before Congress. Huh? Came on a little heavy, but
It's like Trump. Have you looked at yourself?
yeah, he's a fucking
You
mule.
gonna talk about disgusting?
But I mean,
Okay.
the thing, I think he has a point that you have to kind of dress to your body.
Yeah, that's
which he
fine.
does dress to his body very well.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so. He hides very well, and he's massive.
Show the photos of him golfing when the butt is protruding.
I have to give the man credit where he's due. He dresses to his body well.
All right.
Like, he's massive, but when he's in a suit doing his president thing, he covers it up. But he has a dump truck for sure.
And well, my comment is not just if he's dressing to his body. It's like the fact that he goes on and talks about how everyone's disgusting.
Oh, Rosie, here's a Rosie tweet to Donald, so apparently they're going back and forth. Donald, you disgusting psychopath. May karma kick your orange ass every moment.
Nobody likes me.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah.
Oh, so the feud
Yeah,
continues.
the feud is continued into
You
the modern
disgusting.
era.
Oh, my God. I love that they're still feuding. Ay, ay, ay.
I had to beat off.
Lightweight Marco Rubio was working hard last night. The problem is he's a choker. And once a choker, always a choker. Mr. Meltdown. Why would Kim Jong-un insult me by calling me old when I would never call him short and fat? Oh, well, I try so hard to be his friend, and maybe someday that will happen. This was while he was president. I remember this tweet.
This was right after he went and met with him in person. And see how it says from Vietnam?
I mean, look, it's funny, but also, god damn, you're the president, bro. Get your shit together. You're not supposed to communicate with other world leaders on Twitter.
Big fat kiss.
Robert Pattinson. So now he's talking about Robert Pattinson. Is that the guy? Oh, okay. This is the guy from Twilight now. He's talking about Twilight.
Yeah, the new Batman too.
Robert Pattinson should not take back Kristen Stewart, Hila. She cheated on him like a dog and will do it again. Just watch. He can do much better. Interesting take, Mr. President.
I mean, a take like that is funny from someone who's not the president.
I mean,
yeah, this was in what 2011, 2012.
But he was like, at the time he tweeted this, he was probably like 65, 60. You know what I mean? He could do much better. Donald's team, Robert Pattinson. Wow, Senator Ted Cruz, that is some low-level ad you did using a picture of Melania in GQ shoot. Be careful or I will spill the beans on your wife. I don't even know what that means.
He constantly was insulting Ted Cruz's wife, which makes it funnier that Ted Cruz is like a total Trump psychopath now.
Yeah, he called his wife an ugly dog and said his dad murdered JFK. It's weird. I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers, on the special date, September 11th. Oh, one of the all-time great tweets, I have to say. Like, why are you wishing everybody the best on this special day?
Even the
September
haters
11th?
and losers.
Like, it's not about the terrorist attack. It's about him. Amazing tweet. Wow, Jeb Bush, whose campaign is a total disaster, had to bring in mommy to take a slap at me. Not nice. Sad sack Jeb Bush has just done another ad on me with special interest money saying I won't beat Hillary. I will, but he can't beat me. Okay, well, that's not that bad.
Yeah, he was right about that.
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. Gone down in infamy, of course. Has anyone looked at the really poor numbers of Vanity Fair magazine? Way down, Big Trouble, dead. Graydon Carter, no talent, will be out. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Well, so this takes a little bit of context. This guy, Graydon Carter, was the editor-in-chief for Vanity Fair magazine, just kind of a New York socialite guy like Donald Trump. And Trump fucking hates this guy and tweeted at him all the time, insulting him, making fun of him, telling him he's a loser, telling him he's washed up or whatever. And I looked into it, and apparently this all started because in 1984, Graydon Carter said that Donald Trump's hands were small, and he never forgave him. And decades later, was just absolutely hell-bent on ruining this guy's life.
This is where the hand small thing came from?
This is where it all originated.
Interesting. Wow, Vanity Fair was totally shut out at the National Magazine Awards. It got nothing. Graydon Carson is a loser with bad food restaurants. Rumor has it that the grubby head of failing Vanity Fair magazine, sloppy Graydon Carter, is going to be fired or replaced very soon. Vanity Fair could come back if Graydon Carton paid as much attention as he does to his bad food restaurants. Jesus. Graydon Carter is a major loser. Just ask his wife. I have watched sloppy Graydon Carter fail in Close Spy magazine, and now I'm watching him. Jesus, fuck. He's a total loser. Wrong. Graydon Carson has no talent, and it looks like shit. Also, his food sucks. How is Vanity Fair editor Graydon Carter allowed to run bad food restaurant Patrice Inn? Fire Graydon. Sissy Graydon Carter, a failing Vanity Fair magazine and owner of bad food restaurants, has a problem. His VF Oscar party is no longer hot.
Now, finally, I had to include this. Graydon Carter, though he had a Twitter account, had never tweeted. He put out his first tweet about an hour after Trump got banned.
Oh, really?
Oh, interesting. I thought it might be a good time for my first tweet, a collector's item. So what did I miss? Interesting.
That's funny.
Tap dancing on his graves. Okay. Well,
very special.
We'll miss Trump on Twitter. There's no doubt about that. For his wonderful insights, such as Kristen Stewart could definitely do better.
No.
He could do better than her.
Robert Pattinson could do better.
Right.
She cheated on him like a dog.
Right.
Trump is Team Edward.
Team Edward. And one other thing before we go to our special interviews. Word has it that this guy Gosar, we've talked about Gosar in the past. He's a congressman who's allegedly
Paul Gosar,
helped the rioters in the days leading up to the Capitol riot. They're claiming, and I'm leading to something. This is really good. Apparently, activists and conspiracy theorists who emerged as leaders of Stop the Steal claimed that they had help from Mr. Brooks, Mr. Gosar, and Representative Andy Biggs. Okay. Now, we've heard of Gosars. We've been warned before. You guys may remember we watched this video.
Paul Gosar, the congressman, isn't doing anything to help
most brutal,
rural America.
The most brutal attack ad ever put on television, ever. And we call this at the time getting Gosard, because I've never seen anything so brutal in my life. Now, they warned us about Gosar, and here it is again for your memory and viewing pleasure.
Gosar, the congressman, isn't doing anything to help rural America.
Paul's absolutely not working for his district.
If they care about health care, they care about their children's health care, they would hold him to account. If they care about jobs, they would hold him to account.
If he actually cared about people in rural Arizona, I bet he'd be fighting for Social Security, for better access to health care. I bet he would be researching what is the most insightful water policy to help the environment of Arizona sustain itself and be successful.
And he's not listening to you, and he doesn't have your interests at heart. My name is Tim Gosar.
David Gosar.
Grace Gosar.
Joan Gosar.
Gaston Gosar.
Jennifer Gosar.
Paul Gosar is my brother.
My brother.
And I endorse Dr. Brill.
Dr. Brill wholeheartedly endorsed Dr.
Dude, his
David
whole
Brill.
fucking family went on record against him for this guy, Dr. Brill, whoever the fuck. Dr. Brill's a cut-ass motherfucker. Cutthroat as shit. This whole ad is so vicious. I wonder if it backfired.
I want a documentary about that. What happened?
I want to know more.
What happened with this family that all of them came together on a public ad to say my brother is the worst person on earth?
And he still won despite that. You know what I mean?
I just looked it up. Not only did he won 68% to 30. He crushed Brill.
Yeah, I don't know if this ad
What
is effective or
happened
not
there?
because it's so cutthroat. It's almost so cutthroat. It's like,
Well, it's almost like you guys look like psychos.
yeah, these people kind of come off as like Dr. Brill's like, I endorse this message. It's like, what? What did you put together, man? So Gosar, they all warned us, and now Gosar is fucking helping, the Confederacy come back again. Paul Gosar, do you know he responded?
No.
He said, you can't pick your family. We all have crazy aunts and relatives, etc. And my family's no different. I hope they find peace in their hearts and let go of all the hate. Motherfucker, these are your siblings. These aren't your aunts and relatives. These are your brothers and sisters, dude.
I just looked it up. That district, Gosar has won elections there several in a row. But prior to Gosar, it was a Democratic district for a long time. So it's not like it
Gosard.
was. Yeah.
He said, to the 6 angry Democrat Gosars, see you at mom and dad's house. Jesus. I don't know how you have Thanksgiving dinner after that one.
I'm so curious what happened with this family.
So anyway, that's getting Gosar, which apparently is just the biggest betrayal of all time. You all thought Brutus betrayed Julius Caesar? No, Gosar. Anyway, so we've got Andrew Yang on the line. He wants to talk to us about his run to become the mayor of New York City. I'm very excited to hear from Andrew. Let's throw it to Andrew Yang. With us is Andrew Yang, as you all know and love, friend of the show, progressive. He was in the presidential race, and now he has an announcement that went out yesterday. The whole world is ready, Andrew. What is the announcement?
Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Gila. I am running for mayor of the greatest city in the world, New York City. Let's go, New York.
Yeah. Mayor Andrew Yang. I love it. What a better man. I mean, the most progressive city, one of the most progressive cities, one of the progressive men, forward-thinking, slick, like New York itself.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you guys. You know what's really
we might
funny?
need to move to New York.
Yeah, you make that city good. We'll come back.
Yes! You have to move to New York. We will welcome you with open arms.
Do we get any subsidies? What can you do for us?
And a crazy broadcast studio.
Oh.
And then we will get you a whole slew of wannabe H3 Ethan and Gilas that you can take under your wing and build some kind of content empire. What do you think? That's
Sounds
what happens in New York City.
I just want those kickbacks now that I got a friend in government. Hopefully, I want those government.
Maybe I'll get you a contract to like pave a road.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I'd be like, yo, here I have exactly. Just get me like a $10 million contract to pave a road. Isn't government great? Andrew, happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
Also.
Thank you.
So, what is your platform for the great city of New York?
The first thing is we have to try and become the fastest comeback city from COVID. And you all have been indoors for a long time. New York City, though, it's very, very rough what's going on, because if you have 60 million tourists not show up, that supported over 300,000 jobs, then those jobs disappear. Midtown Manhattan is 75% unoccupied in terms of commercial real estate. Subway ridership is down 2/3 or so. A number of families have left. So the biggest thing we have to do is accelerate the comeback from COVID by making New York City the place to be if you want to work or go to a show or get together at a restaurant or bar in a way that's safe as we get vaccinated. So one of my big plans, if we're still in the throes of this, which unfortunately I think we will be, is to have essentially a digital passport where it only has one piece of information, and that's that you've been vaccinated. So if you can imagine going someplace like a Broadway theater and then just saying, been vaccinated, then you can go take your mask off and you can be in a crowd of hundreds of people knowing that everyone there is perfectly safe. So New York City needs to lead in those kinds of measures. Because without that kind of move, New York City is going to struggle to reopen at the same level.
So what is a digital passport? What does that mean? Is that something just on your phone? Is that something, a separate device? How does that implemented?
Oh, it's really basic, because I'm a simple guy when it comes down to it. So I have not been vaccinated. But after you get vaccinated, the universal thing that happens is that you get noted as being vaccinated in a database, either at the state or federal level, and you get a vaccination card that says who you are and when you've been vaccinated. So the plan is to ask people to simply scan that card. We'll read it the same way we do a check. We can also confirm it against the database. And then after you get the confirmation, then you have something on your phone that says, Ethan was vaccinated in April and he's good to go for 10 months or a year or whatever it is. And so then when you show up to that Broadway theater, you can just say, like, been vaccinated, and the only piece of information on the phone in this New York City app will be that you were vaccinated in April, and then you're good to go.
Critics of that may call it like, well, the critics will call it Orwellian because they don't know what Orwellian means. But what would you respond? How would you respond to someone miscategorizing that as Orwellian?
Oh, I agree with the fact that requiring, though I think everyone should vaccinate, and I'm going to vaccinate as soon as anyone lets me. But I think requiring a vaccination is a very different thing than requiring it for attendance at a concert or a show or a theater. You know, like there's no one forcing you to go to the show. So people have to make their own decisions. But if you're the mayor of New York City, you have to encourage people to be able to get together in groups or offices. And the best way to do that is to give people a peace of mind.
Well, if you guys can succeed there, you know, it can succeed everywhere. So it's really important that New York is able to flourish like the vision you have, because I feel like it sets the rest of the country up for success. What do you make of all these vaccinations are just sitting on the shelf? I mean, is this something that you're going to get involved with? We have the rollout of the vaccinations in America has been abysmal. You know, we're only at a few percentage points here where, like, if you look at a country like Israel, which is already at like 30-40% vaccination, why is it going so slow in America? And do you think that it should just be whoever wants it gets it?
Well, I'm not someone who wants to blame Trump for everything, but his administration has completely botched the vaccine rollout. And what they did is they said to each state, come up with your own plan. So then each state has adopted different rollouts. I would suggest that the big thing you should emphasize with your rollout is that doses don't get wasted. So if you try and be overly precise and say, look, we're just going to target this specific group, let's call it over 75 or people in a certain profession. The problem is then you wind up with some excess doses, in each container, or some of the doses go bad, or like storage, has problems. So the big principle we should have is that not a single dose gets wasted. And so even if you have particular groups that you're trying to target, you should say, look, like, we're going to make sure nothing gets wasted. And so you can have essentially like a queue or a waiting list. The fact is, if someone had me on a waiting list where it was like, look, if like some vaccine dose frees up, like, you have this period of time, I'd be out of here. Like if I got that message right now, I would end this and just like, like run and get it done. We should not be wasting a drop. Because the faster we get vaccinated, the faster we can all get together again.
Is it true that circumcision is part of your platform?
It's completely not.
Are you forcing circumcision on all citizens of New York City?
I think you probably understand the context. It's like someone who is concerned about my campaign is trying to, make people think that I'm for some extreme position. Whereas what I'm for, as you probably would imagine, is that parents should be able to decide whatever they want for their kids.
Oh, isn't that already what it is?
What's interesting is that that there are some environments where parents are pushed, and I know this because I've had kids, where people are pushed towards certain practices based upon healthcare professionals advising one thing or another, and I'm just saying leave it to the parents.
Oh, that seems reasonable. Another thing that came up, you were trending on Twitter recently, something about living in a 2-bedroom apartment. People are upset, pardon me, about you saying, imagine living in a 2-bedroom apartment with your family in New York City. Was that taken out of context? What was the context of that comment?
Oh, yeah. So they were asking about my, frankly, beaming into CNN when I was working with them. And then I made a comment about how the fact that I have 2 boys in school and that, it's tough to beam in for a national news appearance when you have 2 kids who are in school and you're in a 2-bedroom apartment in Manhattan. And then they took that quote and ran with it in a particular way. Which, is like, I guess, a fun learning about...
You're in the dirty game now, Andrew. Wow.
Yeah, it was like, I certainly wouldn't have, taken that quote out of context in that way and, tried to make a thing out of it. But I think that some of the folks I'm running against, tried to take advantage of it and spin it a certain way.
That's crazy.
So this is your first kind of political run, right? This is your big, well, besides president, but this one, you're. I think presidential, you were thinking I'm not going to win, but the mayor. I mean, let's be honest.
Well,
you said that. You said that. You're like, look, this has exceeded my expectations already, but the mayor, Andrew Yang, mayor, we see it. So this is your first time being the on the receiving end of this kind of political attack ads, right?
I think that's accurate. And the fact is, when I was running for president, no one saw any upside to attacking Andrew Yang.
Right.
That wasn't really in the playbook. But this time, I think we're going to see more negativity. And I knew that coming in, honestly. I just want to help my city get back on its feet. I understand that there are certain people who've been planning their mayoral run for years or decades, and that they're going to be very displeased with my campaign. But I'm also confident that New Yorkers know we need something a bit different than we've been getting, that we're in the midst of a crisis, and we're going to need a different kind of leader to point the way out. So I'm super pumped. And I do want to say to any of your watchers and listeners who live in New York City, there's something about New York City finance that's magical, where if you give $5 to my campaign, then the city will give us $40. They match it 8-1, if you can believe that.
Why?
Why is that?
Yeah.
So New York City, because you said it earlier, Ethan, it's a very progressive city. And one of the ways they want to be progressive is they want folks to be able to run for office and have small dollar donors be amplified.
Oh, wow.
So
really?
Any New York City resident who donates to my campaign gets matched 8-1.
Damn.
Up to the first $250 they contribute. And most people aren't going to donate more than $250. I mean, you give $10-20. But if you give $10-20 at yangforny.com, the city will just come in magically later and then give
Amazing.
you
Wow.
80 or 160.
Well, foot soldiers in New York City, you know what to do. Andrew, it's funny when Trump got elected, they were saying this is a different candidate. This is the person we need. I actually feel that's actually true about you. I feel
thank you.
that Andrew Yang is the future. He is the governor, not the governor, but the kind of governor, as a pronoun. You're not running for governor. You're the mayor.
We
of New York
understood
City,
you.
yeah.
The kind of lowercase g,
lowercase g
person
governor
in charge.
that we
You were
need.
thinking person
Exactly.
in charge. That's what you were thinking.
Oh, I want to ask you one last thing before you go. Lauren Boebert, QAnon congressman who tweeted out the location of Nancy Pelosi during the Capitol riot. What do we do with her?
What is going on with some of these new members of the Congress?
What is going on?
There should be some very, very serious repercussions to the Capitol Hill riots. I mean, that was like a nightmare come to life.
Yeah.
People died. A lot of folks have gotten confused about appropriate political communication and then incitement to violence and extremism. And if you have elected officials acting like that, it's even worse. It really poisons the well. So I hope that someone has her take those actions, much more seriously, and hopefully she has some consequences, because there are a number of folks. As another example, I just saw at least 2 or 3 members of Congress have come down with COVID as a result of being trapped in that room together.
So insane.
And some of the
refusing a
Republicans
mask.
refuse to wear a mask.
How do we function as a society when we have Congress people refusing to wear masks in the Capitol? It's just beyond belief.
It's
beyond belief.
so frustrating.
And now the story is developing is that 3 members of Congress were helping the rioters give them information.
I saw that. There's some kind of tours of the Capitol.
Yeah.
Someone said that their panic button was removed. Just total batshit insanity.
Yeah.
That seems to have made this even darker than it was, and it was already like a national nightmare.
Well, I heard the FBI spokesman. They did a conference the other day, and he says everything that you guys are going to hear in the coming days and weeks is going to blow your mind. So there's some sinister shit coming up. But regardless of all that, I'll feel a lot better knowing that Andrew Yang is in charge of the crown jewel of the United States, New York City. We wish you all the best, and we're hoping that all the Fooper Troopers out in New York City are making a donation to, what was the website?
Yang4ny.com. You guys are going to have to come visit. Hopefully by that point we'll be traveling again, but I will host you at Gracie Mansion.
Yes.
You can have a special H3 from Gracie.
Yes, I would love to. I'll take you up on that big time. I would love to do that.
I would be really relieved knowing that someone like you has any power.
Yes.
You're the kind of people I want to see in power.
Yeah,
We're just so tired of seeing the same thing. People, I think I saw you tweet, I'm so tired of hearing what can't be done or what.
Why we couldn't do something.
Why we couldn't do something. Just so tired of hearing that.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head earlier, both of you, where Israel is going to vaccinate the entire population by, let's call it April. And in April, I have a feeling you'll still be indoors and all this.
This is America. Yeah. This is we mobilized for World War II. We are the sleeping giant. Why the fuck can't we get vaccinations out? We should be doing the model for the rest of the world. What happened to American exceptionalism? We're just dog shit, with all due respect.
And this is what we have to turn around. The fundamental challenge is getting our bureaucracies to function at a higher level. And I think I can help. I'm going to tackle the bureaucracies in New York City in a particular way, and see if we can actually solve our problems in a way that gives people confidence and does not leave us, like you just said, Gila, explaining why we couldn't do something.
Well, best of luck. New York for Yang, or what was it?
Yang4ny.com. Thank you
we'll
all
put a link
so
in the
much.
description, guys, if you want to donate. Well, you can click the link in the description. We got to get you an easier link. Maybe I'm just dyslexic, but
I think it's pretty easy.
Yang
for NY.
Yang for the letter 4, the number 4, not.
It's actually the word for.
See,
it's,
where did you get the number for? I never said that.
We got to get you AndrewYang.com. I mean, what's happening?
We also have AndrewYang.com.
And that's redirect? Does that redirect?
I think it redirects.
So there you go, AndrewYang.com. That's way better. All right. Regardless of how you find him, we wish you all the best, and thank you, and good luck, and God bless.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the heck out of you.
All right,
Thank
Andrew.
you.
Take care. Good luck. Appreciate you. So, finally here, I got to ask you a question, okay? Vice News made this piece about inside the Capitol Hill riot. Do you recognize that person in the thumbnail? I mean, I know it's small. Let me see if I can zoom in with some Control Plus action. So, you have zoomed in a little bit. Do you recognize that person? It looks like Shoenice. Like, a lot like Shoenice.
There's a resemblance.
So let's open up the video. A lot of people have been posting this and showing it, and apparently even Shoe has been being reported to the FBI, apparently. He said people have been reporting it. But you be the judge. Who is that? And they kind of even sound like him a little bit. But let's do it in slow-mo. Okay, here's a still frame. Let me do a slow-mo. Let me mute this. It's horrible. That looks a lot like Shoey.
I've been snoring Drano all day.
Oh. Wow. It looks like him, but not quite, right? Like it could be him, but it could maybe not be him too.
Yeah.
I don't think Shoe's motivated enough to go out there and do this. That's my thing. I think Shoe's just, you know what I mean? He's always bumming around. I don't think he's got the.
He's too famous for this.
Yeah, he's kind of too right. I don't think it's Shoe. Well, regardless, let's just ask him. I got him on the phone right now. I want to know because I'm sure the FBI is going to be knocking at his door, so he might as well set the record straight here now. You know what I mean? What do you guys think?
I mean, I certainly agree. It looks a lot like him, but I zoomed way in on it, and I don't think it's him.
Yeah, I don't think so. But goddamn, there's a lot of resemblance. Maybe a cousin or some shit. Shoe mean.
It looks like he's got a little bit of gray hair on the side too. You see that? I don't think Shoe's that gray.
Well, regardless, let's just ask the man himself. Let's see. Shoenice. Let's get him on the line and find out, was he at the MAGA riot? Let's find out. Shoe, how are you?
It's crazy, bro.
Right. We knew that. Shoe, are you drinking again?
No, I was going to start a beer review channel, but it's just, beer review. It's just old and lame. I had one beer since last August.
I don't believe that. AB, didn't you see him slamming something?
They're old videos I'm uploading. I'm trying to get all the videos that people stole from me. Because I found out that there's actual liquor slams that people are making Google AdSense revenue off of. And that's why I got kicked off of YouTube.
Whoa. So you're not drinking alcohol because everybody thought you were back on the wagon.
I'm on the wagon, never got off.
The other way.
Hold on.
Wait, which is which? Yeah. On the wagon, you're off the wagon.
I have no choice anymore, guys. I mean, my liver, it got pretty bad, but it came back around and
you're doing
all right. Be okay.
So tell me this. I guess now that you're sober, as your new pastime trying to overthrow the government? Because we clearly saw you at the Capitol riots.
Is there going to be support with this? Or are you guys going to, have the FBI in my house? Either way, if you take a really good close-up look, you can see the grayness. I got brown hair.
Here, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to watch this clip real fast. It's funny that it's also the thumbnail for this video. They're like...
you know what? Vice did that on purpose. They emailed me. And they said,
really?
Were you at the Capitol? Yeah, it's a weird relationship. They do a documentary on me, then they put it on TV, and they owe me a ton of syndication money because that's TV.
What did they email you?
Story. They just said, hey, was that you at the Capitol? And I thought it was a joke, but I recognized the New York City numbers from Vice when I was on the show. So I think they put me on as the thumbnail busting my butt.
I mean, it looks just like you, but I think I can see.
Do you have a missing brother?
No.
Do you have an
He
alibi?
looks more like Matt Damon, doesn't he, that guy?
It's a little Matt Damon-esque. You're right, it is Matt Damon-esque. Oh.
Well, let's practice. I'll say what he said. Stop the steal.
So have you been contacted by the FBI or anything?
No, I mean, with his face, he was really not past the barricade, so there's no evidence of him even pushing the fence. And he
true.
just turned around. He's seen the cameras and said, stop the steal, and I think he just ran away.
So
But
whoever
his
that
face
is, not saying you, there's no evidence that this man committed a crime.
Bro, the haters are having a field day with that 1-800-TIPS number. Oh, this guy's a YouTuber Trump fan because somebody made a video calling the FBI, and I'm just like, haters will be haters.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
On a real note, I could see that it's not you.
you think so?
Yeah.
Are you MAGA?
No,
I saw you. Wait, there was a video.
I bust balls, Ethan. I bust balls. I've never voted in my life for student council in high school. I wrote my own name in for vice president. I don't let the government control my path of existence on planet Earth.
I saw you doing a video saying you were a Proud Boy.
No, if I was, then it's just busting balls, like saying I loved Hillary Clinton and I wanted her to win. You know, it's just. I always like to make waves in the pool, and there's a lot of people out there. It's so easy to get under their skin, and I've been doing that since the 5th grade playground.
All right. Well, so we've cleared your name, FBI. If you are watching, it was not Shu. Is there anything else you want to pass on?
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anything else you want to say to the people, Shuey?
Yeah, I'm sober. I started skateboarding today for the first time at 51 years old. I think we should just get together maybe twice a month where we just, are you guys going to have people on your show again, or are you pushing towards more just,
Well, it's COVID.
Once COVID is over and we're moved into our new spot, we'll be having people, and I'd love to have you on and do some kickflips for us.
Yeah, I'll be a couple hours outside of LA, probably. I'd say 2 weeks. Had to come back to Colorado, square up some stuff, clear out some storage units. But I think as a third leg on H3, bro, it's just going to be epic.
Maybe not twice a month. That seems kind of a lot.
All right.
Maybe once in a while.
Every 2 months?
Yeah, once in a while.
I'm sorry I don't go to AA and I have a coin to prove to you that I'm sober, but you don't need AA and a book and all these coins to quit alcohol. It's just, that's for weak-minded people. And half the people in an AA meeting cheering you on are just people with DUIs trying to impress the judge. You know what I mean? Excuse me.
Yes, I
But
do.
yeah, it's good to see you guys, man. Like I said, California. I'm going to go to San Luis Obispo. Probably going to start surfing once I get my balance on the skateboard. The world is my oyster.
Once you got that balance, the whole world opens up.
Yeah, my newest video on my YouTube, I tried skateboarding for the first time today. A lot of people, they call me Tony Bach. You know what I mean?
For sure. All right, Chewy. Well, take care. Stay off the sauce.
Man.
We want you to
We'll be
stay
talking,
alive.
guys. I'm sober, and like I said, I'm an entertainer. I could add so much conversation to any interview.
Absolutely. We know that.
Patricia.
All right, Chewy. God bless.
Thank you.
All
Good people.
Goodbye. Well, guys, so ends another episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back on Friday live for After Dark. Next week, we are going to be hopefully doing 4 episodes. We've got we've been working on this content core, but we want to make it perfect. So it's been a work in progress for a while. We are going after the king. And when you go after the king, you best not miss.
Right.
So we want to make sure it's perfect. So looking forward to that next week. Until then, we'll see you on Friday. Hope you had a lot of fun here today. Remember to hit that join button if you want to become a member. Get the episodes the evening before they go live. Get them a half a day early, night before. Hope you guys are staying safe and wear your mask. All right. Either what would you like to eat for? Now is appropriate time to discuss. You can hit play the music then. And we'll just be like, so what are you doing for lunch? You going to go to the office or you want to order? Like, when newscasters are chit-chatting? Yeah. What are you doing for lunch?
I have to go to the office.
What are you going to do for lunch that you still have to eat?
I'm going to starve.
That's not appropriate. You're not going to eat anything?
I don't know.
You want me to make something for you?
Sure.
They zoom out. for this part.
Yeah. Do you want me to make something for you?
Zoom out.
Do you want me to make like pasta or something?
I don't have time.
Well, then you better get something on the way to eat because you have to eat food.
Okay. Did we talk enough on camera about what I'm gonna eat?
Well, I think people want to know what you're gonna eat. So I can cook. I can heat something up for you. You better. Are you gonna stop and get something on the way?
Avocado sandwich.
I can make avocado sandwich.
Okay. With black olives.
And mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
For extra calories. Okay, good.
Okay.